Alrighty, how's it going, folks? It's me, Scotty, again, and we're going to be doing another study session. Again, midterms are coming up, more so for me. I had one last week, and now I'll start to have even more. Again, midterms are coming up, more so for me. I had one last. Alrighty, sorry about that. Every time I try to test it out, and make sure that the audio is going okay, I'll play it in the background. So it happens, but glad you're here, and let's continue on. So, hello and welcome to the stream. Always putting in the chat. And this will be the music that we'll have today. Um, It's just going to be fall leaves, autumn Nintendo music. So far, it doesn't have anything about copyright claim on it and says that we can share. So, excited about that. Hopefully, it should be good. I also shared all of my videos so far. You can find them again on YouTube. Supreme Scotty is my YouTube. And yeah, if you want to rewatch it, especially my gaming ones, I'll be releasing those shortly. Once I compile like 2 or 3 of them. I already went live for one session for Stardew Valley and hoping to do another one shortly. So really looking forward, and let's get a great study session in today. And hope that your day's going well. I've gotten really tired today, so I'm hoping that I can wake up during the study session. So without further ado, let's get to work. Alrighty, folks. Welcome to break time. Hope you had a productive 30 minutes. Right now, I'll try not to distract too much if you're still working. But yeah. Also, just a quick update. We are at 13 out of 15 followers for a goal, so pretty decent. I think this is like video 5 in total. This is part 4, but I made another series about Stardew Valley, which I mentioned earlier. But the 5 videos, we went from 6 followers to 13, so pretty decent in my opinion. So it's great to see. However, even though it's great to see a lot more followers, I'd love to see just like more active watching, so that way I can be more active with the chat and really connect, with people. But beggars aren't choosers, so it's all good. And eventually, I think since a lot of more people are starting to follow, and I guess word's spreading a bit on my campus, I need to figure out how to really use the clock and how to use just Twitch as a whole. So we'll have to do some more research into that. But I gotta finish my work, which I'm currently doing right now. I already get to it. Speaking of work right now, what I'm doing is a midterm essay for my class. It's due this Wednesday, but I didn't really feel like doing some of the other homework that I have right now, so I'd rather knock out the midterm essay while I'm feeling motivated to do more writing assignments, so that way when I'm more motivated for math or computer science assignments, I can then switch over those and not have to worry about a midterm essay. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Today's been kind of slow. I haven't done as much work as I wanted to. Same with yesterday. Like, I'm still getting work done, but I'd say not as efficient as I want it to be. But again, you can't really stay negatively thinking about it, and you can't really just try to keep pushing yourself. You kind of just gotta take it as it is and keep trying to move forward. So that's what I'm doing. I'm switching it up. But I know this is definitely helping me with the accountability of just streaming. I know when I did like a time lapse, because I'm a social media ambassador here at my college, I did a time lapse of me studying. That also helped me keep me accountable, because my phone is being used for the time lapse, and I also couldn't like check my phone, or I wanted to look like I wasn't distracted. So then obviously you're not going to procrastinate and go watch YouTube videos. So well, the YouTube videos you'll watch is for background music, ideally. So I think we'll switch to another one. I wanted to mix it up for y'all. Another Nintendo one, but I'm not too sure what I'm feeling yet. Interesting. This one doesn't have any text, so hopefully it's okay. I'm not too sure. And the good news is for YouTube, I only got copyright claimed on one video, I think. And then it just means like the owner, so it won't get taken down. The owner is just gonna be able to put ads on my video, and then they make money off of it. Which it's like, I mean, that's fine. I'm just trying to share content. I'm not trying to take anybody's money. So yeah, very interesting how all this copyright stuff's really coming up. I mean, I definitely think from an ethical standpoint, like with computer science, I think it's important, but sometimes it's kind of interesting. Like, there's a video by CGP Grey, and he talks about the bots on YouTube and how they copyright claimed like a bunch of stuff and everything. But he got copyright claimed, and I think his account was like suspended for a bit, because they said it was copying the same source material or the same kind of material, but it was of his previous video. So it's like, why would they do that when it's literally his own content? Like, so I guess food for thought, and it's definitely it's important, but it's an interesting game, trying to find like a compromise and make sure that everything's all good to go and fair. But that's that. But yeah, and what I found nice too is, because I'm streaming, I had to make sure that my desk was like clean and semi-orderly. But I felt that now it's like really clean. It's a little more productive and like less of an eyesore. So I definitely like that. But yeah, without further ado, I think we're gonna head back to another study period, just because that's what I'm feeling. I'm ready to get back in it and finish up this paper so I can move on to other homework. I'm gonna set an alarm for another 30 minutes, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, let's get to work. Alrighty, it's break time. How's it going, everyone? And then these are my blue light glasses, though. I might look different than earlier. Sometimes when I'm working again on the computer screen, like my eyes will just get really sore. Found blue light glasses are pretty helpful. I got those from Amazon for like I think it was like $15 or something. And it's not too bad. Um, I don't know, they're pretty decent. So they kind of do the trick for me. I definitely recommend if you're a student right now, especially one that involves a STEM major, you're going to spend a lot of the time on the computer, so I recommend definitely investing in blue light glasses. But yeah, I believe I'm pretty done with an almost final draft of my midterm, so that I started to go on to a writing out of a computer science lab. However, I don't think I'm going to stream it, just because I don't know how much my computer is going to take. It's probably going to explode. It requires me to launch up a virtual machine, and I feel like doing the virtual machine that's already like really laggy because it's just taking so much processing from my computer on top of streaming. I just don't think it's a great idea. So I think next time maybe I'll build a supercomputer with my friends this summer, and then we'll be able to stream as much as you want with the best quality and everything. But again, we're in the here and now with resources that we have, so we'll definitely see. As for things that are upcoming on the stream, I'm pretty tired. I was thinking about just doing like a fun streaming of Stardew Valley Part 2. I was able to learn a few things and get a few things ready, so once we can then explore the mines or explore some other things, so that'd be pretty cool. But I don't know, I'm tired. I still got work to do, so probably not today thing. Maybe tomorrow when I take a break. I'll take like an hour and a half break, and I'll just stream Stardew Valley. And so far it doesn't seem too bad. And when I talked to some of my friends about it who watched it, they said that they didn't mind. It's pretty good, you know. But again, the capture card is something that I gotta work on in the future. But you know, funds are tight here in college, so that's what happens. That's what happens. And I think I'm pretty convinced the one viewer that I consistently have is probably just me watching it. So that's right. I'm my biggest fan. That's all you need in humble beginnings. But yeah. And like if it doesn't catch on to, like I think I'm cool with just streaming it, because then it could be like, what I'm thinking about. Did I really work hard in this class, or did I review? I'll be like, oh, look at that. There's me studying for hours based on Twitch. But there's also a lot of studying that doesn't go on Twitch too. So I was thinking that maybe I could stream like everything, but at the end of the day, I don't think I want to, just because the processing speed of my computer, as well as just being able to take spontaneous breaks, is also good too. Excuse me. I didn't have any coffee today either, so it's probably why I'm getting tired at 11 p.m. instead of, getting tired at like 1 a.m. But I was also on like a big coffee chugging phase last week because of my midterms. That I was averaging probably like 3 to 5 cups every day. So yesterday and today I didn't have any. So pretty proud of myself. Cold turkey, you know. But yeah, and then I want to see where else it would take me, because I think I'm just trying to get more casual as well with just conversations and with social media, that it can hopefully open up a chance for a podcast in the future or an animated series. I've looked into animation and animating a series before, but again, that requires a lot of time in addition to college, so I think it's, again, a passion project to follow after college, with hopefully a job that provides me with a work-life balance where I can invest that extra time into doing a little doing an animation series. So alrighty, and I'm gonna pick a different song. I feel something a bit more upbeat. I'm not too sure in terms of it. A lot of it's the tough part about like nice like study music and ambiance is like it just kind of makes you sleepy, which isn't the best, but you can't Can't hate the player. You can only hate the game. But we'll see what happens. I already played that one. Do I want to do this one? Nintendo with light rain. I think that's kind of cool. It's been raining a lot here in Chicago, so I feel like that would be a nice homage to the weather we've been having lately. But wherever you are, hope you're. Ooh. Excuse me. I hope you're enjoying your weather by you. I haven't heard on the news. I've also watched the news in a few days, but I haven't heard of any like big storms that have harmed anyone, so that's always good. I'm also seeing, so like you can see on the Twitch Studio beta, it shows you exactly like how your vocals are registering in a mic right now and like the peaks and everything. So I think it'd be really good to buy a mic eventually, like one of those like snowball mics that they call them, the brand, and then be able to help it just be one constant and talk like that, because I can definitely see it's like popping, especially when I go like it goes up. But again, short on the funds, short on the supplies. So, but we're living it up. We're living it up. I'm also, let's see, what should I get? I think I'm gonna pour myself for you guys as well. I got with my Starbucks cup. If you can see that right there. Boom! Look at that. Huzzah! It's apple cider season, so if you're in the States, and like in the Midwest, that's like really big for us. We love apple cider out here. At least I do, especially eggnog. But if I would have to pick between eggnog and apple cider, I'd say eggnog, because like it just hits so different. But apple cider is pretty good. Well, let me get you some. So fun fact, I went home the other weekend, and then I had to put a whole gallon of it into this pink thing, and then that way the other the remaining portion of the gallon could stay back with my family. But yeah, it's definitely good. It was worth it. It's good stuff. And the only hard part with a mustache is like every time you drink something like that with like an open lid, you always are gonna have like some moisture on the stash. So it's unfortunate, but the price you pay for a killer stash. But yeah, and again, like I think I mentioned it before on the stream that I've never really had a mustache until the beginning of this year. When it was a suggestion that was brought up when I was getting frustrated, like with my facial hair and a mask, constantly wearing it in classrooms here at college. And I was like, okay, I'm going to shave it. And it was recommended that I keep it, so the mustache at least. So I tried it, and then since then, like all I get is a bunch of compliments. I'll go to hangouts with friends and different people, and like, yo, that looks great. Or even the public safety officers on campus and like a few professors on campus were like, wow, it's a killer stash, man. So, pretty interesting. Again, I think something with like an 80s dad vibe. Everyone loves it. Alrighty. So right now, hopefully you're having a productive study session, but we'll change up the song next. And I'm just going to be doing some research in terms of my computer science lab. Because again, I don't want to pull up the virtual machine. I'm going to try to get some, I think after the stream, I'm going to try to pull up the virtual machine and get through some tasks, so that way it's less for tomorrow. And then go from there. But honestly, it all depends. The goal for the stream is 2 hours, but I'm kind of getting really tired without any coffee. But we'll just see where it takes us. We'll do another productive study session. So this will be the third one of this stream, where we go in and study for like 30 to 40 minutes, and then after we come back, we're gonna see how we feel. But I think that'll take us at like an hour 50. So But again, I really can't wait till more followers are in there, and then just with the average time of people being available when I stream, to have more people that are active in the chat and engaging. That's gonna be really nice. So 'cause it's satisfying, I guess, for me, and I'm sure other people that are like streaming and they don't have anyone on, but to be able to like engage with someone and um, have them be like, oh yeah, this is a great stream, get some feedback, or they say like, oh, I wish you played this music instead, or this type of one from this video game, because that always helps, and or to just hear them say like, oh, this has really helped me study, like that's the goal, or wow, I didn't know that about you, that's cool, that's the goal, but we'll definitely see where it takes us. Right now it's kind of like a rant fest because it's just me, but that's why I do enjoy also sitting in the silence of studying too, where you're not forced to talk or engaged with anyone. It should be called like apple cider talks with Scotty, something like that. But here we are. And then, yeah, midterm schedules. Some of my friends already finished their midterms, but I will have quite a few next week and the week after. Can't wait till they're done. But then it's interesting because it's gonna be close to the end of October, and then you only have November, so the 30 days pretty much, or well, technically 28, and then boom, as soon as December hits, within the first and second week is when we're gonna have finals at my school. So it's gonna be crazy. But it's also interesting to think about. There's some other universities and also just like high schools where they'll have you take the finals after winter break, which I feel like has positive and negatives, because the positive is you get more time to study and you get time for mental break as well. But then the negative is that's a lot of procrastination that you could do and then all of a sudden just lose it. So, I mean, I kind of like getting it over with because I could feel like I could relax more, but if you end up doing bad, then you're like, oh, that's not good. And I don't know where this semester is going to take me, because I know I was feeling a lot more confident my first and second year, even though COVID is definitely tough. But these classes are still tough, and I'm like in fourth year classes, so like the last part of my bachelor's, and definitely ain't easy. So we'll see where it takes us, and what they say here, C's get degrees. So, but we're gonna try to shoot for a little higher than that at least, or maybe an average of a B. We'll see. I guess that's a good part too of like grades is when you work hard and then it builds up. You have like a heavily weighted high GPA, which allows you to some wiggle room where it's like. So I was doing some calculation now. I was like, wow, if I get a D in one of my classes, three Bs, and then two A's. Oh wait, three B's and then the two A's because I have six classes. I'd still have a GPA of overall, it'd be like above a 3.5 still from all the semesters. So I'm like, wow, it's actually not bad. So and it's nice because it's like you let yourself have a break, which I know like at this university especially, a lot of students don't let themselves have a break, and it definitely wears you down. But yeah, alrighty. On that nice positive note, well, I think we're gonna cut into the next part of the study session and get back to it. So let's go to work. Alrighty, break time, and I think break for the rest of the night. I feel like I have a good understanding of what I need to do in the lab, and it makes sense from last time as well. Um, but again, I just need the virtual machine. But I can't do that since I don't think my computer has enough computing power, or at least to do it without lagging, as well as streaming. But I hope you had a productive study session, and we're gonna wrap up, and I'll be able to end it right at 2 hours, so that'll be pretty good. As for streaming tomorrow, again, I'm working on a consistent streaming schedule, because also I think that help in terms of also a study schedule. But I plan to do one session of gaming for about an hour as my break time, and then I will probably have um, a study session in the middle of the day, just because I want to leave the morning, the night, to use the virtual machine and finish up the lab that's due tomorrow night, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll continue to look on the YouTube page as well, Supreme Scotty. I will be uploading these videos and streams to the YouTube channel. Pretty sure it's going to be okay. Well, but I want to knock on wood just because you never know with these copyright claims. And so far, it allows me to publish them, and then people just make money off of them, which that's fine. I mean, hopefully the person deserves the money, and then they can get the money. You know, if they're creative artists. You know, just like the mad respect to all the people who worked on Nintendo games to make the music that perfectly matches well with most of the games, I'd say, and it's themed well. They deserve all the credit and the money. So, but yeah, we have a minute left, and right now I think the recording is like freaking out my computer because it doesn't think I have enough space. So, I guess I'll have to free up more space tomorrow too for all these recordings. And just dump them on the YouTube and then get rid of them. So yeah, the YouTube, man. It must be that time where I sound really old. So oh well. I hope you enjoyed the stream though. I hope you got some productivity done. And then if you happen to rewatch this stream to just get some good study and productivity, I hope it's still just as productive as if you were watching live. So yep. That's that, and just want to say have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy. Definitely try to get out too. It's important to get out and take a study break outside with fresh air and the sun.